Hello, hello. All right, we'll start in just a moment. I'm just also trying to figure out if there's a way to record this. I'm not sure if there is. I actually think this might be my first live, just so you know. All right. For those of you that have already joined me, I got the idea earlier today to just simply do like a grounding meditation. I wanted to, so today is 888, as I explained earlier, and really like the energy around 8 is infinite. It's infinity, it's abundance. It's about ushering in the things that we actually want to have. So I wanted to use the numerology of today, 888, to just begin to create some grounding and set an intention for what you want to bring into your life more, bring into your world more. So first off, I want to explain a little bit, just briefly, what 8 in numerology stands for. So like I said, it's infinity, it's abundance, it's prosperity, it's being resourceful. So your ability to actually grasp opportunities in front of you when you see them, that they're there. So it's also about inner strength and leadership. So the number 8 has a lot to do with understanding what you even want, right? Like what you want to create, and think of it as like an amplifier in a sense. So if you have a journal or even a notepad, you don't have to have one, but if you have one in front of you, go ahead and grab it for a second and just begin to tune into that frequency, that energy of the number 8. So, like I said, prosperity, abundance, all those things. So think about something that you you know what I want you to start with? Think about something that you already feel really abundant about, right? Not the thing that you don't have yet. We'll get there. But like the thing that you do have in front of you already. If you have a stable home, right? You have your house, you have your family, or you have your health, right? Think of something that you have that is already going really well and feels already like you have a full cup, right? Something that feels like you have a full cup. And it's kind of a funny thing to say, but this is kind of the way I see things. So I want you to kind of pinpoint that already. Now think about how that makes you feel to have that thing that you already want and are already grateful for having. Sit with that for a moment, because I think sometimes we forget all the stuff that's already going right and all the good stuff that's already happening and the things that we've already gotten that we don't, we're just used to having them at this point. I think it's easier for our minds to seek for the thing that we don't have yet. So I want you to pause and take a moment to think about the things you do already have. Similar to a gratitude practice, but I'm kind of bringing it down to a little bit more of a grounded nature, where it's like something you can already see that you have. For me, I'll go first. I think right now, what I feel the most grateful for is my health. Like, I feel insanely good right now. I feel insanely healthy. And I feel really abundant with that because, so a lot of abundance. If you watched a video I posted earlier, it's somebody else's video. It's like something I shared on my story. There's somebody who's talking about what abundance really is, and it's being able to do the thing that you need to do when you need to do it. That's so powerful. So with my health, if I needed to go do something like a yoga practice every day, go running, or if I wanted to even go running, I'm healthy enough right now to do that. And that feels abundant to me. Like, I love that. Having the ability to have my body do the thing that I want it to do. Freaking awesome. So I want you just to pick whatever category works for you. And then after you find the thing that you already have that you feel abundant in, the next thing I want you to do is think about something that you don't quite have yet, right? Something that maybe you're seeking more for. I'll go with some of the things that I've been working on with people right now, right? Some people don't have the money that they want, right? They don't have the money that they want yet, or they don't have the house that they want yet. They don't have the partner that they want yet, right? So I want you just to think about something. It could be something much smaller than that as well. So it could be you don't have a solid meditation practice yet and you want one, like whatever it is, think about something that you desire and write that down too if you have a pen. And then the next thing I want to do is the purpose I wanted to kind of create today was the feeling of already having it. So we already started with pinpointing that feeling, right? We bookmarked that feeling by you already thinking about something that you have that you want. The next one was thinking about something that you don't quite have yet. Let's bridge the gap between the two. We can do that with frequency. We can do that better and faster in meditation than we can do it in any cognitive sense coming from here. So we're going to sit into a little mini meditation. I'm not going to go too long with this live. I've never done a live before, so I didn't even know if anyone was going to show up, to be perfectly honest. So I'm kind of excited. But I want you to sit still for a moment. Even if you're in a public place, just sit for a moment. You can do this with your eyes open and just listen. But if you can sit on your own and quiet, it will be a little bit more beneficial. So I want you to sit for a moment. And I want you, before you even close your eyes, I want you just to begin to pay attention to the body. Pay attention to what the body is doing. Is it breathing easy? Is it a shallow breath? The breath itself can tell you a lot about what the body is currently going through. And all we have to do is slow down long enough and pay attention to how we're breathing. Does it feel constricted? Does it feel like you have an elephant foot on your chest, right? Does it feel easy? So just pay attention to the breath for a moment. And then I want you to, if you can, close your eyes and begin to tune in a little deeper. So throughout this process, all I'm going to have you do is continue to come back to my voice. It is incredibly normal to have other thoughts pop in as we're meditating. Incredibly normal. All I want you to do is challenge yourself to sit a little more still, keep your eyes closed, and anytime you have those additional thoughts, I want you to come back to my voice. Just come back to my voice and go back into whatever I'm telling you to visualize or do, okay? And I want you to begin to tune in deeper to the breath again. At this point, we're going to change the breath a little. I want you to, with your eyes closed, take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Nice and slow. Controlled. Bring it all the way in and up. Hold it for a moment if you can. And you're going to slowly exhale through your nose as well. So this whole beginning, we're going to be breathing purely through our nose. So breathing in through the nose. Feel the wisps of air on your nostrils. Breathing in and up. Holding for a moment at the top, and then you're going to exhale and bring it all down. And you might even hear that sound at the back of your voice or your back of your throat. That's totally normal. Breathe in through the nose again. Pausing for a split moment, and then exhale through the nose as well. Bringing it down. Do that one more time at your own pace, breathing it all the way in. And you can open the mouth this time and let it go. Exhale through the mouth, letting it go, releasing it, and return to normal breathing. As you are sitting there with your eyes closed, returning to normal breathing, I want you to take another inventory. Take another internal inventory of how the breath feels. Is it a little easier? Does it still feel a little sticky? Whatever that means. And just breathe for a moment. And the next thing I want you to do, I said we were going to do a grounding practice. So we ground through our tailbone. Our tailbone is the root chakra. That's what we're going to use today. So I want you to, wherever you're sitting, wherever you're laying, I want you to imagine that we're going to begin to grow roots from our tailbone. So to visualize this and play with it, usher in imagination and play into your mind for a moment. Almost think about it as like you are a curious child and you are just playing with this image in your mind. It doesn't have to be right. There is no such thing as wrong. You are a little plant somewhere outside, and you are going to begin to grow roots into the dirt, into the ground from your tailbone. Growing deeper and wider. Imagine what roots under the surface, under the ground, look like. Growing deeper and wider and stretching as far as they possibly can. And this is attached to your entire spine, your tailbone. So as you're grounding into the dirt, I want you to take another breath in. Take another breath in through your nose, all the way in. Pausing for a moment, open the mouth, and let it go. Releasing. Grounding can also feel a lot of times like your nervous system just begins to not close down, but get more settled. Breathe in again if you need to. You can do that a few more times. Listen to your body. And as you're resting there with your roots deep in the ground, I want you to begin to imagine again that first thing I asked you to write down, the thing that makes your cup feel full that you already have, right? Whether it's a stable job, the money, the health, the partnership, the relationship, whatever it is that fills your cup already and you feel abundant in it. Picture that thing in your mind's eye. Picture that again. Bring in that feeling. I want you to begin to feel that your entire chest, your heart, is literally feeling more and more lit up, more full, because you already have the thing that you really want. And I want you to bookmark that feeling. Place a little bookmark on it, that you know what that feeling feels like. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to picture that second thing. That second thing that you don't quite have yet, but you want to have. And maybe it's a half cup full. Maybe it's down at the bottom. Whatever it is, right? It's something that you want to usher in more of. I want you to picture that thing for a moment. And then I want you to start to picture something you would do if you already had that thing. Something that you would, whatever came up first in your mind is what you're going to go with. You don't need to seek for a long time for this. Your intuition will speak louder when you are in stillness and in silence. So picture yourself having that thing. And I want you to visually imagine, you know what a cup being full, like filling up a water cup, right? You know what that looks like. I want you to imagine that you're turning this up and you are filling that cup all the way to the top. And begin to remember what it felt like to have the thing that you already have, right? The thing that you already feel incredibly abundant in. That bookmark, place it here now. That you have that thing that you are trying to usher in. I want you, more than anything, to imagine what it feels like to have that thing. Imagine what it would feel like that thing just dropped down on your doorstep today. Whatever it is. I want you to feel the relief. I want you to feel the ease. We don't strain, we're not forcing. Just feel the ease with it if you had that thing that you really desired. So picture yourself having it. And I want you to take another deep breath in. This one, do it at your own pace. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale either through the nose or the mouth, whichever feels right for you. If it's something that's been causing a lot of stress, exhaling through the mouth can feel a little bit more like releasing tension, because it is. So take a few deep breaths. Pause for a moment. Fill your cup all the way to the top. And once it's full, and this might be a practice, right? But once it's full or near full, I want you to begin to kind of absorb that in. Fill that in into your heart again. Picture your heart as if it was glowing, like a light bulb deep within it just clicked right on, and that everything was being illuminated from your heart, from your chest. Picture what the strength of that feeling would be. How far would the light go? It's emitting from you. Is it dim? Is it near the chest? Or does it shoot outward in every direction? Just begin to feel that abundance, that love, that joy of having that thing that you truly desire. And when you're ready, I want you to take another deep breath in through your nose, nice and strong. Nice and strong all the way in, and let it go and exhale. Let it drop to the ground, drop to the floor. Do it one more time, deep breath in, and let it go. And now pause for a moment, return to normal breathing, keep your eyes closed. Now do a little scan on your body again. How are you feeling, right? Are you feeling calm, grounded? Is there still a little debris in your field? Totally fine. But just take note for a moment of how you're feeling. When you're ready, I want you to go back down to your tailbone where we grew those roots. I want you to begin to imagine that we're going to break that away. So the roots themselves begin to break away. They go back to the dirt, back to the earth. And you are now sitting there as this kind of new little vessel filled with grounded energy. And you remember what it feels like to have that thing that you're desiring. When you feel ready, you can begin to move your fingers and your toes, bringing micro movements. You are not in a rush. Bring micro movements back to the body, and then you can slowly blink and open your eyes. Slowly blinking and opening your eyes. Take another little mini inventory where you're just pausing for a moment and asking yourself how you feel. Body, how do I feel? Mind, how do I feel? They're not always matching, just to be clear. We have multiple bodies kind of sitting here all at once, and they aren't always saying the same thing. So if you can, now that you're out of the meditation, I want you to also, if you have a notebook or a journal, write down whatever came through for you during that little mini meditation. Maybe what the feeling was to have the item that you wanted, the thing that you wanted, whatever it is. I want you to just make a note of it. And I want you to remember what it felt like to have that thing. Here's the thing. Manifestation works better if you can attach to a feeling more than having the thing itself. It goes a lot further. And really, it's about ushering in something that is going to make you feel even more lit up. So hopefully the thing you're desiring makes you feel lit up. It should make you feel, at ease and abundant and just good. We all could use more of that. All right, I think that's it for today. This is what I want to do for 888. I did not record this, so I don't know how to do that, and that's fine. But for my first live, this was really awesome, and I appreciate everyone who showed up. If you guys have questions about this, or honestly, if you have any feedback whatsoever, I would love to hear it. Maybe I'll be doing more of these, I'm not sure. But I appreciate you guys showing up today, and happy 888. I guess, and we can chat on here apparently as well. I really have never even opened this. This is really funny. So, if you guys do have questions, so please send me a message. I don't mind. I think the only other thing I'm going to do tonight is probably more work. So more work and take a walk. So you need to meditate more. Well, meditate is more about the habit. So here's one thing I'll share with about meditation, because a lot of people think that they're just going to sit down to do like a 30-minute meditation and then it's going to be like, boom. That is not how the brain works. Do 5 minutes a day, and it will get you so much further than trying to sit down in 30 minutes torturing yourself. So just to be clear, 5 minutes a day will carve out new neural pathways in the brain and will make it so much easier to begin a meditation practice. Yay, I'm so glad you guys were able to join. Thank you guys so much. This is so great. Oh, good. He feels lighter and more grounded. Good. Yeah, it's it's funny. So the grounding part, right? Just growing roots into the ground. Our body, we are nature, right? So like just even the idea of being a happy little plant in the dirt can do so much for our frequency, for our energy, to just feel more present. Here's the funny thing. Most of the time when we're talking about like the second part, right? Not having the thing that we really want, it takes us into a state of fear, right? So where does fear actually live most of the time? In the past and in the future. Like, I can't even see. Yeah. So in the past and in the future, usually in this very present moment, there is nothing going wrong and there's nothing to be afraid of. We're not without anything really, if we're paying attention. Not typically, right? So presence, to be present in this moment will bring us out of a state of chaos, fear, and it can just help us immediately feel more grounded. And that's what the roots actually do. Hope that makes sense. All right. Does anybody else have anything to share? Anybody else feel? I'm so surprised how many of you actually are on here. This is so awesome. I had this little thought before I jumped into a session earlier and was like, and then right as soon as the session was done, I was like, oh shoot, I don't even know what I'm doing. So this was really not planned, but this is what I do every day with people. So I was like, I know what I'm doing. It's fine. Awesome. Yay. I'm so glad you guys were able to experience this. And if you want more of these videos or more lives, just let me know, because I think sometimes many of you who followed me for a long time, I used to do What's Up Wednesday videos every Wednesday for literally over 5 years. I am not kidding. And I eventually got tired of all the works, the editing, the this, the that, whatever. And so I'm actually thinking about doing lives now, because I think they're useful and it takes a lot of the kind of the work stuff that I have to do in the background out of it, but I really enjoy sharing on here. So maybe I'll start doing lives instead. So sorry, I decided to sit outside in the dirt to do this, or not in the dirt, I'm in the grass, but like I'm on the grass sitting outside and it's getting dark. So, but I was like, I feel like I need to be really rooted and grounded, and that way I can kind of share the same energy and share the space with all of you at the same time. So yeah, this was awesome. Next time I will learn how to record this. If it does it automatically, that would be awesome, but I doubt it. So I'll figure that out for next time. But I hope you guys have a really good rest of your night. And anytime you get a chance to not think about the thing that you're desiring, so far out in the future, right? Something you don't have yet. Instead, I want you to bring it back to this present moment and imagine as if you already have it. And the feeling, like I said, bookmark the feeling more. It goes a lot further than actually having the thing in your hand. It just does. So bookmark that feeling, bring that feeling up and back to yourself as often as you can. And obviously doing it in meditation just amplifies it. Yeah. It's almost like starting a new garden from scratch, like a blank garden, rather than like an old garden that you need to like fully weed and do all this work to before you even plant new seeds. When you're in a deep state of meditation, you can plant those seeds much faster, much easier. You're in a more blank space, if that makes sense. So, all right. Yay. Want more guided meditations. Awesome. Good. I like this. I don't even know what time it is because I can't see the time as I'm doing this. So I don't even know how long this took, but this was awesome though. I'm so happy. Okay, well, I will be doing more of these coming up, I guess. Like how I'm really unclear about that. I will be doing more lives. I really enjoyed this today, and I hope that you guys got something from it. And if you want to share with me any other notes or, like I said, DM me, please do. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys soon. All right. Now I have to figure this out. Okay, bye.